Start.
Begin.
Begin.
So last time we talked about different types of graphs, but this time we're not going to leave out any details. We're going to learn how to make a proper graph. Okay? So we'll make this one super quick. Let's say that in January or Jan, how much money did you make? Choose an amount of money.
100. Oh, actually, no.
100?
10.
$10? What about in August? How much money did you make?
$30.
30. What about in December? How much money did you make in December?
$60.
Excellent choice. Okay. So now, we're going to graph this data. We're going to graph the months, and then we're going to graph the corresponding amounts of money that you made. Okay.
Oh. My legs feel
Dollar. All right.
my foot feels like poo.
So all graphs look like this, right? There's like these two things, then you like put some data on and whatnot, and it looks like a graph in the end.
Yeah.
First thing that all good graphs have is up here. Starts with a T, ends with an itle. Title. All good graphs have a title. What should the title of our graph be? Remember, we're dealing with months and we're dealing with money. Or dollar bills, y'all.
Yeah, dollar bills, yeah.
So, what should we title our graph?
Dollars.
Dollars. Whose dollars?
Mine.
Dollars mine? Should that be our graph?
No, Jake's.
Dollars.
Jake's.
Dollars made by Jake. It's always good in the graph that if someone, or it's always good in the title, if someone reads your title, they know what your graph's all about. If someone comes in there like, dollars made by Jake, they're going to find out how many dollars Jake made. Okay, now, that is our title.
Yes.
Now, graphs have something called axes. Some graphs have like some pretty crazy axes, but we're going to deal with the
crazy
axes. Just so you know, this is for later stuff in math. But this is called the x-axis. This is called the y-axis. Like y. But the letter y.
Why?
This one's called the letter x. That's not so important. What you really need to know is what goes on the bottom is stuff that you can't change.
Yeah.
Stuff that you can't change.
Draw one pencil.
So for example, what typically goes on the x-axis, this is an axis, this is the x-axis, what typically goes there is something to do with time. So this month right now is May. What's next month?
June.
June. What's the month after June?
April.
July.
July.
Right? April was before. Now, every single year, it goes May, June, July. Is that something that you can change, or is that something you cannot change?
Cannot change.
You cannot change how the months go.
Yeah.
You can't change it.
Yeah.
If today is May 20th, what's tomorrow? May 21st. That's right. Is that going to change?
No.
No. You can't
Well,
change.
next year, maybe.
Next year? Next year, 2014. If it's May 20th, 2014, what's the next day?
May 12th?
If it's May 20th, 2014,
May
the next
1st.
day is May 21st. That's right, May 21st the next day. Okay. So time goes on the x-axis. What do you think goes on the y-axis? If the x is stuff you can't change, cannot change, what goes on the y-axis?
Maybe
Change. Changes.
David?
Yeah.
Your face is so, your butt is
Okay.
in my face.
I apologize. Now.
I like it.
Okay. Now, are you ready?
Yeah.
What should go on the x-axis here? Months
Yeah.
or dollars?
Yeah.
Which one? months or dollars? Which one doesn't change? Months. That's right, months. It always goes in this order. And it's funny because when we look at it, well, the months do change. It goes January, August, December. They change over time.
Yeah.
But they're the same every time. Whereas next year, your dollars might be different. Okay, so first one we put is...
June. July.
January.
January. Sorry. Sleepy kitty.
Okay, next one.
August.
Next one.
December.
Very good. Excuse me. Now, on the y-axis, our highest point has to be bigger than our biggest value. So what did you suggest?
100.
Beautiful.
Chicken.
And our lowest point's 0.
0.
Then we find what's in the middle. What's in the middle of 0 and 100? Do you know? That's a trick question. That's a tough question.
90. No.
Right in the middle of 0 and 100. What if you divide...
Oh, yeah, I know. 6, 5.
50.
50.
50.
50. 50.
You can always do that on a calculator. If you're making a graph, it's a good idea to use a calculator to make sure you're precise.
Yeah.
We'll also do some values in between, like 75 and 25. Now, the last thing that a good graph has, we have our title, we have our axes, but we don't have our axes labeled. So instead of this, I want to label it with something better.
Better.
What would you label this as? What are these?
Months.
That's beautiful. That's how easy it is.
Or chickens. Chickens are good.
What about this?
Numbers.
Are they numbers?
Money.
Money. That's right.
And chicken.
I'm not going to put and chicken. I'll think about it, though. So we have months, and we have money. Where does our first point go? In January.
10.
How much? So I'm going to start at the bottom. You tell me when to stop.
Now.
Very good. I'm going to go to August. You tell me when to stop.
Now.
And finally, I'm going to go to December. You tell me when to stop.
Now.
Okay. Now, when we're doing graphs on the computers, it plots points for us. When we do it by hand like this, sometimes it's a little tricky, but I think you did a pretty good job. January is supposed to be $10. It's less than 25. Yeah, that's pretty good. August supposed to be $30. Yeah, about 30. Pretty good. December supposed to be $60. December. Yeah, no, not so bad. This is a good approximation. Now with line graphs, this is a line graph. Do you know why?
Yeah.
Because all the points are related.
Yeah.
And we can start at 0.
0.
Do you make more or less money over time?
More money.
You make more money over time. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
And that's all we're going to learn about graphs.